Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and welcome to a special, explosive report that has just landed like a bombshell in the normally pristine world of home renovation television. Today, we're diving into a stunning turn of events involving a reality TV favorite, Tarek El Moussa, known for his calm demeanor on HGTV's Flip or Flop. But it seems a recent trip to Las Vegas took a dramatically un-HGTV turn, culminating in a heated physical altercation that has led to a battery citation. Witnesses are describing a shocking scene where El Moussa allegedly knocked a man out cold. This isn't just a simple disagreement, it's a dramatic incident that has everyone asking, what really happened in Sin City? And what could possibly push a seemingly laid-back TV star to such an extreme? Get ready for all the details, the surprising allegations, and the underlying circumstances that might just change how you view this familiar face. For years, Tarek El Moussa has been a household name, synonymous with the aspirational world of real estate, renovation, and the dramatic transformation showcased on his hit HGTV show, Flip or Flop. Alongside his various co-stars, including his former wife and now his current wife, he has built an empire on uncovering distressed properties and turning them into dream homes. His public persona has largely been one of a charismatic, driven, yet generally composed individual navigating the highs and lows of the housing market with a steady hand and a friendly smile. That's why the news breaking from Las Vegas has sent shockwaves across the entertainment landscape, painting a starkly different picture of the reality TV star. According to confirmations from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, Tarek El Moussa has been cited for battery following a significant physical altercation that allegedly took place last week on June 5th at the opulent Palazzo at the Venetian Resort in Sin City. This isn't a mere rumor. It's a confirmed law enforcement action that suggests a serious incident unfolded. The initial reports, broken by TMZ, who was the first to report the news, paint a vivid and disturbing picture of the alleged event. Witnesses on the scene claimed to the outlet that they saw El Moussa, who is 43 years old, deliver what they described as a knee to the man's head. The alleged blow, according to these eyewitnesses, was so forceful that it knocked him out cold. These are incredibly serious allegations, far removed from the house-flipping adventures viewers are accustomed to seeing. An unnamed onlooker, speaking to TMZ, described the incident as bad, expressing concern that the alleged victim looked seriously hurt. Despite the apparent severity of the alleged injury, the victim reportedly refused medical attention at the scene. This detail raises questions about the full extent of his injuries, or perhaps his desire to avoid further involvement with authorities or publicity. When police arrived at the high-end casino resort around 11 p.m., they proceeded to take a crime reporter. Crucially, while the authorities gathered information and documented the incident, they declined to immediately arrest El Moussa. However, the decision not to arrest does not absolve him of wrongdoing. Instead, he was cited for battery shenyening, which is a formal legal action indicating that law enforcement believes sufficient evidence exists to charge him with the offense. A citation typically means the individual is released on a promise to appear in court rather than being taken into custody, but it is still a formal accusation of a crime. The immediate question that sprang to everyone's mind was, what could possibly have led to such a violent outburst from a TV personality known for his relatively calm demeanor? Why would Tarek El Moussa engage in a physical altercation, especially one that resulted in a battery citation? A source close to the situation, speaking exclusively to Page 6, provided a potential explanation that, if true, could offer a significant shift in public perception of the incident. This source claimed that El Moussa was not acting out of unprovoked aggression, but rather was protecting his elderly father. The source alleged that the other man involved in the altercation had gotten out of line with a real estate investor's dad. This narrative suggests a defensive motivation, framing Tarek's actions as a protective response to a perceived threat or disrespect towards a vulnerable family member. If this account holds true, it could shift the public's understanding from an unprovoked attack to an act of filial defense, though it does not negate the legal implications of the battery citation itself. Law enforcement has yet to confirm the details of this alleged provocation, and El Moussa's representatives have, at the time of this report, not immediately responded to requests for comment from Page 6. This silence from his camp leaves room for speculation, but also indicates a potential strategy to manage the unfolding narrative. Adding another layer to this developing story, a recent social media post from Tarek El Moussa's wife, Rae Young. The former Selling Sunset star, who was 37 years old, had shared a series of cheerful snaps from their family trip to Vegas just a few days prior to the news breaking. Her Instagram post, captioned, "Not our average Vegas trip," initially seemed to refer to the more wholesome, family-oriented activities they enjoyed. In her post, Young detailed their Vegas itinerary, writing, "Watch Tarek do his thing on stage. So proud." And made it extra special by bringing our parents along for the ride. This confirms the presence of Tarek's father, lending credence to the source's claim about familial involvement in the altercation. She further added, "We got to show them a glimpse behind the scenes, our world, our work, and of course the glam. Grateful for these moments that we get to spend together." Her tone was celebratory, focusing on family bonding and shared experiences. Notably, and perhaps understandably, Young did not mention the altercation tour in her post. Her social media updates painted a picture of a happy family getaway, unaware or perhaps strategically omitting the dramatic incident that would soon become public. This stark contrast between her sunny social media portrayal and the unfolding police report adds a layer of complexity to the public perception of the El Moussa family's Vegas trip. The incident raises several significant questions. What exactly did the other man do or say to Tarek El Moussa's father that allegedly provoked such a violent response? Were there other witnesses who can corroborate or contradict the details of the alleged knee to the head? What was the nature of the discussion or interaction that led to the physical altercation? And what are the full legal ramifications of a battery citation in Las Vegas, particularly for a high-profile individual like Tarek El Moussa? In Nevada, battery is generally defined as any willful and unlawful use of force or violence upon the person of another. The severity of the charge and potential penalties depend heavily on the circumstances of the incident, including the extent of any injuries and whether a weapon was involved. While a simple battery charge might result in fines or probation, more severe cases involving significant injury or specific aggravating factors could lead to more serious consequences. The fact that the alleged victim reportedly refused medical attention could complicate the prosecution's ability to prove the extent of injury, but the eyewitness accounts of being knocked out cold would still be significant. This incident also highlights the intense scrutiny that comes with celebrity. For someone like Tarek El Moussa, whose career relies on a clean, aspirational public image, any legal entanglement, especially involving violence, can have significant repercussions. HGTV, the network that hosts his shows, typically maintains a family-friendly image, and any actions by its stars that deviate sharply from this brand could lead to difficult decisions regarding their ongoing employment or public appearances. The legal process unfolds. More details are likely to emerge. Tarek El Moussa will eventually have to respond to the battery citation in court, where his legal team will undoubtedly present his side of the story. Whether the protecting his elderly father narrative will be fully presented and accepted in a court of law remains to be seen. In the court of public opinion, however, this incident has already created a dramatic shift in how many perceive the usually composed reality TV star, proving that even in a world of flipping houses, real life drama can be far more intense than anything scripted. The El Moussa family's Vegas trip, initially shared as a series of joyous moments, has now taken a dramatic, unexpected, and potentially legally challenging turn. And there you have it, a shocking incident from Las Vegas that puts Tarek El Moussa in a very different kind of spotlight. This story is far from over, and we'll be watching closely as more details emerge from this unexpected confrontation. Thank you for joining us for this special report. Good day.